Morning.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Jamie.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Alex.
How are you?
I am good. Great to
That's
see
good.
you.
Good to
Morning,
see you
Alex.
too.
How are
Morning.
you?
Good to see you.
How's the birthday boy?
Very good. I was locked
Good
down
to
though.
see you.
Very good birthday, but locked down.
All of us. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you didn't have anything to go out for anyway, right, Alex?
Wonderful.
No, I didn't have anything to go out for.
Wonderful.
My
Morning,
wife,
Tonya. Good to see you,
it was
Good to
my
see
Jamie.
you.
wife's birthday as well.
Father P.
Hey,
Oh, Lord.
it's my wife's birthday as well. I was locked down with her.
Okay.
That wasn't bad at all. 39
So that was
years.
not bad.
Happy Thursday. Ooh. See, we are Hilton where you Bobby are all here, right on Zoom.
Who's at the Hilton?
No, that's Bob
Nobody.
making a joke.
The security officer isn't even there. Oh boy, these sometimes, and we ain't know when these hotels go open.
It looks like it's going to be next year.
Yeah.
January.
That's right. Looking at January, I guess.
January, I'm thinking, you know.
Oh boy. Wow. Rough stuff.
Yep.
Rough stuff. Now, who was talking about, that was Christina talking about fraud. I think I saw something in the newspapers. The Securities Commission warning people against.
Yeah.
That's Christina, right? Huh?
And she
Christina
also
Rowe.
message in the chat,
Yeah.
some information in the chat.
Yeah, somebody say you got
Really?
be careful. You careful, people going to raid your bank account. I say, okay, fine. If they could find something on it, go ahead.
They can have it, eh?
Yeah, they could have it. In fact,
Oh.
we could split, then it wouldn't be theft. You know, if they could find it.
Oy.
Just give me
I
something.
know what you mean.
Yeah, I wouldn't report it.
Yes. Yep.
Anyway. Alex,
Yes.
I you get plenty money in the bank. I hear you get money even in your bank account so old you even get money in pounds, shillings, and pence. That's true?
What? Isn't that great? I wish I did.
Remember when the money changed, the pound was $2.86? Remember that?
That was in 1966.
1966. How old you were then?
Well, I must have been about, I don't I was a youngster then,
Okay.
very young boy.
Yeah, I was 14 then. I was going to St.
Okay,
John's.
Father
I
P.
remember that.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Please give me an opportunity to welcome my
Oh, yeah, please. Go ahead.
fellow Rotarians. Good morning, PDG. Welcome, Melanie. Welcome, Jamie. Welcome, Seafair. Welcome, Kami. Welcome, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
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 Morning, all.
Good morning.
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 Morning, Jimmy.
Morning, all.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Jimmy, I understand you accommodated some road actors yesterday. Jimmy? It's gone.
Morning, PhD Karen.
Morning, President Francis.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Morning again, everyone. It is now 7 o'clock. Meeting is now called to order. We'll invite Rotarian Tonya to bring us the invocation, please.
Morning. Let us pray. Gracious God, as we gather together as Rotarians and friends, we acknowledge that wherever we go, we are always in your presence. We pray that our actions may reflect this awareness as we seek your nearness and as we count our many blessings in the weeks and in the months ahead. Clothe our lives with charity, deepen our lives with loyalty, sanctify our lives with integrity. Help us to live our lives so that we may enhance the future of those whose lives we touch. May your radiant spirit guide us and our loved ones all of our days. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. The Loyal Toast by Rotarian Devaldo.
I'm not seeing Devaldo.
He mining baby.
Okay,
That's someone else.
copy. Rotarian Treasurer Magnell, would you bring the Loyal Toast for us, please?
To the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
To the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Bahamas.
Thank you, Magnell.
You're welcome.
And now we'll have the welcoming of our visiting Rotarians by Secretary Donnet.
Okay, thank you, President Francis. Good morning, everyone. And I am admitting people into the room as we speak, but I want to say good morning and welcome to everyone. But a very special welcome to our visiting Rotarians. I see President Alicia from Rotary Club of St. Martin. Welcome. Visiting Rotaractors, I'm seeing ADDR Robin Curtis from our Rotaract Club of National Sunset. Welcome. Welcome, President Latoya.
Good morning.
Good morning. And I think that's it for visiting Rotarians. If you have just a device as your name, then I won't be able to recognize who it is. So please, if you're a visiting Rotarian, please unmute your mic and introduce yourself. I'm seeing a few devices with no names, and I want to make sure I don't miss our visiting Rotarians. All right, well, we also have some guests. We have visiting this morning, Miss Gwendolyn Ritchie, and I think Miss Ritchie is a guest of President Francis. Welcome to the meeting, Miss Ritchie.
Yes. Let me welcome my guest. Gwen, welcome this morning. Good to see you. Gwen is a pilot from Bahamas Air. She is now retired and running her own charter service along with her husband. Welcome again, Gwen.
Okay. Welcome. I also see Rotaractor Devard Thompson visiting from, is it Nassau?
You can-
Good morning, everyone. It's East Nassau.
East Nassau. Welcome, welcome, Rotaractor Devard. Okay, also visiting Jacqueline McPhee. Jacqueline McPhee is also a Rotarian in waiting. She's going through the process with the membership committee to become member of the club. I want to welcome you this morning, Jacqueline.
Good morning, thank you.
All right, I'm still scanning, President, because a number of persons came in after we started the welcome.
That's fine.
So
I can help.
See Nikita Stiles as well. Nikita Stiles, welcome. Go ahead, PP Diana.
I just wanted to, good morning, one and all. I just wanted to introduce my guest and our speaker for this morning, Mr. Lyndon Wallace.
Welcome, Mr. Wallace.
Good morning, good morning.
All right, I see Karen Butler joining the meeting as well. Welcome, Karen. Okay, so I think that's it, President. I just want to welcome everyone, welcome our members who are here on a Thursday morning religiously. And just quick note, the raffle this morning is a Samsung Galaxy S10 Lite, compliments of Alive. So please enter your request in the chat. How many raffle tickets? We will not be selling $5 tickets this morning, $10 and up. So buy multiple tickets because this will be a really great prize. The phone can be picked up right after the meeting when you get a chance in Nassau to head to Alive with a voucher, which I will provide after the meeting, and you can collect your phone. So good luck, everyone. Back to you, President Francis.
Thank you. And now we'll invite our Sergeant at Arms. Come and bring us the fines and the jokes.
Sound like you ain't too sure who I am. But anyway, good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Diana, you brought a guest. Please give us $2 for your guests.
With pleasure.
All others who brought guests, show them what a good Rotarian you are and put in $3. Did I say $2 for you, Diane?
Yes, sir.
That was a mistake. Give me $3 for that, please. All those who don't have their pins, put in $2 or something indicating Rotary. That'll be $2. Is my good friend Leon on? I hope he is. What about the bad boys, Cresswell and Lavelle? Are they on? Not yet? Okay. Now we had a lady on, Christina, telling us about being defrauded I guess she was representing Securities Commission. A very good article, very timely, which means that she obviously didn't get defrauded, so she should have plenty of money. We need $5 from her. Is she on? That's Christina Roll. Mr. Miller, good to see you. Am I to believe that you are late?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Are you just showing up? You're late? Are you late?
I've been around.
I know you've been around. I asked if you're late.
I may be getting in 1 or 2 minutes after you.
You sound like Trump, man. Give me $5.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Tanya, teacher Tanya, I see you have all your classroom posters and stuff behind you. That's very good. You're advertising your school and advertising that you are a teacher. We really appreciate that. So give me $3 just for loving those children so much. All the joy you get from your children. I could put in an extra $10 in the raffle because I had a good weekend locked down with my 2 grands. All right, so you could tax me for that. All those who have grandchildren, put in an extra $3, please. All those who don't have, put in 5 because you should have plenty money. Okay, Alex?
I'll put in the 5.
Okay, because you don't have any children at all.
No.
or you ain't supposed to be. Yeah, you said you didn't have any. We will leave it like that.
Okay.
Talking about children, and stress, this fella picked up this beautiful young lady one day, and he giving her a ride just to show you that no good deed goes unpunished. When he looked, she fainted in his car, so he had to take her to the hospital like the Good Samaritan, and they tested her only to find that she was pregnant. Wow. Talk about stress. And the young lady came to and she said that the man was the father. He said, but no, I just got to know you. He said, no, you're the father. So in true modern style, they took a DNA. You know, in the old days, we didn't have DNA. You just took the child home to your grandparents, and the grandparents would look at the hand and feet, and they'll tell you, boy, Alex, this yours. Or they'll say, Alex, this ain't yours. You better carry the child home to your pa. But anyway, so they took the DNA and say, yeah, when they came back to say, this can't be yours because you are infertile, and you are infertile from birth. You can't have children. So he was so relieved. Believe me, he was going home just bouncing and dancing and say, wow. Then he remembered he has 3 children home with his wife.
I think you should find the sad, you know.
He didn't have 3 children home. His wife had 3 children home.
Dan, you're too smart. Put in another $2.
My pleasure.
When the fellow was paying pleasure tax all along, almost like this fellow, this old fellow went to the gym. So he told the attendant, I want a machine that would make me attractive to young ladies. Tell me which. He said, well, that'll be the ATM machine. It works every time. Y'all have a good day. God bless you all.
Thank you, Father P.
So Alex,
now
get your ATM machine.
Okay, I'll do that, Father P.
I have mine.
Okay.
Let's stick to the treadmill.
I will invite past President Diana Lynn. Birthdays and anniversaries, please.
Pleasant good morning, one and all. It is a pleasure for me to announce that on Monday, Alex Ward celebrated his birthday, and the competent authorities declared it to be Heroes Day. So thank you, Alex, for that.
Thanks so much for recognizing.
That's it for this week.
Thank you, Past President Diana Lynn. And now we'll have the announcements. Do we have any announcements this morning?
Good morning,
Karen does. Go ahead, Karen.
Thank you, Secretary Donna. Good morning, everyone. As you may or may not be aware, October 24th marks World Polio Day. This year, the theme is One Day, One Focus in Polio Now. Our club plans on 2 missions, one to advocate and the second to donate. How you can help is advocate through social media. If you have an In Polio Now t-shirt, take a picture of yourself in the t-shirt, share it in social media. And there's also some messages that the In Polio Now committee has recommended to go along with your post, and I'll share those with you. We're looking at getting these shirts sourced locally if you don't have one. So stay tuned for an announcement about how you can get a shirt. We're also looking at promoting donations to End Polio. And the top 5 reasons why everyone should be concerned about eradicating polio is number 1, to improve lives. Over 16 million people are walking today who would otherwise have been paralyzed. Number 2, to invest in the future. If polio isn't eradicated within 10 years, as many as 200,000 children could be paralyzed by it each year. Number 3, to improve child health. Polio surveillance networks and vaccination campaigns also monitor children for other health problems, such as measles, so they can be addressed sooner. Number 4, to save money. A polio-free world will save the global economy between $40 and $50 billion in health costs over the next 20 years. And the 5th and final reason why everyone should focus on eradicating polio is to make history. Polio eradication would be one of history's greatest public health achievements, with smallpox the only other human disease eliminated from the world. We also have the opportunity to triple our impact because every donation to end polio will be tripled by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Stay tuned for further announcements about a virtual viewing party on October 24th, World Polio Day. One day, one focus, in Polio Now.
Thank you, PAG Karen. Are there any other announcements?
Yes, President Francis. Just want to update the club on the RCOB, diabetes prevention. The committee met about a week ago to begin discussions on prevention outreach to the community. We are in the initial stages of planning. I will update the club as things progress.
Thank you, Rotary Antonia. Any other announcements?
I wasn't going to make an announcement. I was just knocked off.
Oh.
Oh, well, you told me you sent me an announcement yesterday about Road to Peace. Would you be able to make that announcement now, please? This is your opportunity.
I was not prepared.
Okay. All right, go ahead, President.
Thank you, Patrick. This morning, I would like to inform the club that effective tomorrow, Friday, please do not make any deposits or transfers to our account at Royal Bank. It is our intention to close that account. We discovered yesterday that the account is located at Charlottesville. And so it is very difficult to get the kind of information that we need to get to continue with our work and to check that account. It's very difficult retrieving information from RBC. And so it is not feasible for the club to continue with that account. And so as of next week, it is our intention to close that account. Thank you. And now we will invite, first of all, let me ask if there's any questions in that regard. And now let us invite past President Diana Lynn to introduce our guest speaker, Lyndon Wallace, who will speak on the topic entrepreneurship this morning. Thank you, past President Diana Lynn.
VP Diana, I'm seeing online. Can you unmute? I don't know if you're speaking. Unmute your mic, please.
Oh, sorry, Donette. Okay. As a young man, Lyndon Wallace enjoyed playing baseball and played around the world representing the Bahamas. It was Lyndon's dream to be a professional baseball player. At the age of 18, he was given a full college scholarship to play baseball abroad. He later lost that scholarship and had to move back home at the age of 19. Shortly after, he started his own business selling drinks. Today, 21-year-old Lyndon Wallace is the sole proprietor of the beverage manufacturing company Quenchers Bahamas and founder of the water company Hydrate Bahamas. He also sits on the board of the first Bahamas branch of Toastmasters Club 1600 as the secretary and teaches entrepreneurships at Akim International Academy. It is Lyndon's goal to get younger persons like himself to understand that a college degree is not the only path to success, and that every time a door closes, a window opens. So join me in welcoming entrepreneur Lyndon Wallace.
Welcome.
I once heard someone say, if you figure it all out today, what would be the point of tomorrow? Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of being a work in progress. Rotarians and guests, good morning. A wise man once told me, a river cuts through a rock, not because of its power, but because of its consistency. People quit when they do not see progress, but never realize that progress is a result. They never realize that progress is a result of persistence. I'd like to share a quick story with you. A few months ago, my good friend Lincoln Deal gave me a call and said that he needed me to make 250 bottles of lemonade, which was going to be donated to the essential workers on behalf of this charity, #LunchBagBahamas. I was so excited to be a part of a project as such. The day came for production, and I made sure all of my bottles were labeled Everything was intact. It seemed as if nothing could go wrong. It was around 3:30 p.m. and all I had left to do was to make the drinks and place them in the refrigerator. My mother then walked into the room and we got into an argument, which ended in her telling me that since we cannot see eye to eye, that I had to find somewhere else to make my drinks. I immediately started packing my bus with my belongings, which took me about 3 hours. It was around 7 p.m. and we were on a 9 o'clock curfew. I was now on the road with a bus full of my belongings and I had no idea what to do. I pulled to the side of the road and I called a few people who I knew had apartments on rent. Call after call, it seemed as if no one had anything available. It was now 8 p.m. and I had one last person in mind who might have had something available for me. It was my friend, Marissa, whose grandmother owned a few apartments. I called her as my last hope, and she did not answer. The only thing that I could think of was how I had let Lincoln and those essential workers down. As I was about to call Lincoln, my phone rang. It was Marissa. I had never been so happy to see her name pop up on my phone. I answered and said, Marissa, what's up? She responded, boy, what you want? Me trying to play off my embarrassment, I said, man, why you feel like I have to want something to call you? But anyway, since you insist, does your grandmother still have any of those apartments on rent? She said, yeah, man, you can come look at it tomorrow if you want. I said, well, I kind of need to see them today. She said, boy, you see what time it is? Hold on, let me see what she said. I was on hold for what probably could have been the longest 30 seconds of my life. She came back to the phone and said, boy, she said, come. Little did they know I was already on my way. I pulled up shortly after to view the place. They tried to explain to me that I could not move in today because the place needed to clean. I then pulled out my first and last month's rent and told them that I will clean it myself. When I opened the door, there was dust everywhere. I wanted to get started cleaning right away, but it was at that moment I realized that houses do not come with brooms and mops. Luckily, I was able to borrow some. By the time I was done cleaning, it was 12:30 a.m. I was now able to start making my drinks. I started cutting and squeezing a case of limes and did not finish until it was 4:30 a.m. I then took some of my clothes and spread them over the floor so that I could take a 30-minute nap. I got up at 5 a.m. to start making drinks. I then realized that I had left a significant amount of my ingredients at my mother's house and could not do much without them. So I did what I could do until the stores had opened. I arrived at the food store at around 7 a.m. only to meet a 2-hour line. The presentation was scheduled for 11 a.m. And by the time I was completed making all of the drinks, it was now 11:30. There was no better feeling in the world than having that project completed. I was also lucky that evening they got off to a late start. If you want to live your dreams, you must first be willing to lose sleep. Long days and late nights. Sometimes I forget to eat. Don't complain because though they listen, they do not care how you felt. Everyone's gonna say that they are riding until you put on that seatbelt. You could be stronger or faster. I do not care what your strengths be. I know one thing's for sure. You will never outwork me, Mr. Chairman.
questions?
You're finished, Mr. Wallace?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I think someone has a question. Is that PP Leroy?
What was the total amount of your initial investment when you got started?
When I got started with Quenches?
Yes.
When I got started with Quenches, I was around 19 years old, so I didn't have a lot of cash at the time. So I started with around, I think it was about $400. I paid the graphic designer for my logos and I bought some ingredients, and I started off very small. So it was around $300 to $400.
What was your sales technique? How did you sell? Where'd you go?
My aunt was selling food at the time, so I started off selling my drinks with her food. That was before I had any branding or anything. And, you know, once I got my logos and everything, I started to actually reach out to stores and, you know, via email. And because the brand was not recognized, that was very difficult. People didn't want to give me a chance, basically. So it was as if, you know, I was talking to myself. I sent out a lot of emails. A lot of people did not respond. I remember one time I went to actually hop in my father's car and I went to carry samples around to about, I'd say, over 60 stores and restaurants, and no one accepted my drinks. I carried samples and business cards, and it was very difficult. But, you know, through connections with people, you know, people are actually willing to give me a chance. My former school at Captain International Academy, they were one of my first clients to take me on, and having clients actually promotes getting more clients. So it's as if someone hears that this person is selling what you're selling, then they're more likely to take on what you're selling. So once I started getting clients, it was a lot more easier because I was able to say, well, this person sells my drinks. You would be able to find my drinks in this store or that store. And it made it a whole lot easier.
Do you have a weekly target on what you sell or make a week?
Well, I did before this whole pandemic, but now, you know, it's a bit unpredictable. Things have slowed down tremendously. So what I usually do is I time how long it would take a client to run out, and I would basically have them on a schedule. And, you know, with all the lockdowns and, you know, people not having a lot of funds, it throws everything off. So it's like, what would usually take one of my clients 1 week to sell, it's now taking them probably the whole month to get rid of.
Hi, hello. So can I ask a question as well?
Yes, you can.
Sorry, yeah, good morning. Kemi Jones here. Well, firstly, very good presentation. I'm sure your 1,600 brothers will be proud of you. Very good job. So I'm just curious about you. You touched on it a bit, but I wanted to know more about your experience during the COVID pandemic. I know other manufacturers like Mervyn Sweeting with Switcher would have started off with all natural ingredients, but then over time you'd have had to start using preservatives, et cetera, et cetera. You talked about, you know, shortages with your clients and timing. I'm just wondering what your experience was like during COVID and what you started to do to adapt to it.
All right, well, at the beginning of the pandemic, I was unable to produce drinks because, like I said in the beginning of my presentation, I was staying with my mother and she wasn't comfortable with me wanting help into the house because they could probably bring COVID, I guess, inside the house. And then two, she wasn't comfortable with me like constantly leaving and coming back. So it was like she was a bit paranoid, and with reason, I guess. So I was shut down for a while and I had focused on marketing, like strictly marketing. I wanted to see where everyone's attention was. I started to post content, some pictures that I had saved, some product pictures I had saved. I edited them, and I started to post them, and it kind of started to build this hype for the brand because, you know, people was constantly seeing it, but they weren't able to get it. And a good friend of mine, Overdose the DJ, he started this radio thing during the pandemic. And, you know, from the second he started it, I told him that I wanted to be a sponsor, and I asked him, you know, what did he need from me? He told me to just bring him a few gallons and he'd do it for me for free. And he had about, I'd say 20,000 to 50,000 listeners at a time, and it grew into something bigger than we had expected, and that also built a hype for the brand itself. And you know, I finally spoke with my mother, and she told me that, you know, I can do it, but be careful. And you know, that's when I started actually selling, and I was doing really well during the beginning of the pandemic. But you know, as the lockdowns and things continued, I guess people started to run out of money, and you know, things started to slow down. People started to pull back, and things weren't as good as the beginning. But you know, I'm still seeing sales, but it just wasn't the numbers that I was already starting to get accustomed to. And you know, coming down to the latter part, which I'd say is right now, you know, it's just me building that clientele back, because a lot of people want not either stop taking the product because one, it's a time sensitive product, and Prime Minister, Right Honorable Hubert Minnis, kept, you know, shutting down some of the restaurants. So because it was time sensitive and the restaurants wasn't sure if, you know, they were going to be able to operate for how long, you know, they said that they want to hold off on getting some of them, because they have, every time they get them, they have to end up giving them away. And then the ones that actually continued to take me on, you know, things slowed down tremendously, because like we said, people started to run out of money. I wouldn't say run out of money, but people started to slow down on their spending habits, because, you know, the money wasn't flowing how it was during the beginning.
Are there any other questions for our guest speaker?
Lyndon, William Mills here. I just want to say well done on your project. It's great to see a young man like yourself working so hard to generate a new business in these hard times. So well done on what you're doing, and keep persevering. I just have one question. Have you apologized to your mother?
Good
I
question, Bill.
don't really like to go into details about the situation, but you know, I'm
not asking you to go into any details, Lyndon. Your mother is your best fan, so sometimes your parents have to be cruel to be kind. So her kicking you out probably motivated you. So you need to maintain that relationship. It's very important.
Yes. We currently we have, everything's fine now. Like there's no tension. We still speak every day.
Good.
See her often. Sometimes she washes my clothes, so I mean, still my mother at the end of the day.
Yeah. Your mother's your best fan, Lyndon.
What?
Okay, man. Well done.
All right, thank you.
All right, Lyndon. One, like, all right, Lyndon. Lyndon.
Yes.
I heard you indicating, this is Cresswell Gardner here. I heard you indicating that there has been a drop-off in business. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Small and Medium Business Center that is offering advice funding to small and medium-sized businesses such as yours during this pandemic, that provides some bridge funding and that kind of stuff to help you ride out the storm. So to the extent that you're seeing drop in business and you need to have some source of funding, that may be a place that you may want to reach out to keep you afloat until such time as the storm passes.
Okay. Okay, duly noted. I have actually been in contact with them, and I am currently on the job working on it. But I mean, I haven't received anything as yet from them, but I'm sure that they will be assisting.
All right. I will get your contact details from the president and follow up with you offline. So to the extent that you need some assistance trying to get through to them and getting to the other side, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, Lyndon, how are you doing, young man?
Yes, I'm good. And yourself?
I'm Carlos Palacios' dad. You know of Carlos Palacios?
Mr. Palacios, you helped me write my my letter for Gentlemen's Club.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. So believe me, I'm so proud of you. I don't really know you, but I'm so proud of you as a young man doing so well, persevering. And like the previous speaker said, I'm so glad you and your mom doing fine. If she washing your clothes, you know, if she could get that intimate with you, she must be cool with you now. that's good, man. That's really good. I'll tell Carlos that you gave a good account of yourself.
Yes, sir.
Of course, he spoke at the Gentlemen's Club when he was Gentleman of the Year. We're so pleased, really. Continue to do well. Before I forget, Cresswell, you owe me $10, please, for fines. I haven't heard from you for a little while. This is on the side, young man. So, all right, Cresswell, so just have that $10 sent in, please.
You realize I set my alarm for after the fines, right?
Yeah, I know. That's $20 then. So that's intentional. That's tax evasion.
Cresswell, you do that too?
But he ain't gonna get off. He ain't gonna get off. Okay. Well, I wanted to make the point that I make drinks. Many people in this club have had my drinks. Sorrel. Last year I did it. I usually do it every Christmas. I'm going to be doing some hopefully this Christmas. And I did it last because people often ask me to sell the stuff. I decided not to. I just make about 150 gallons and give it away. Now, last year I made 200 gallons and I sold it and I made $1,600 for the Dorian victims. So I would like to talk to you about your bottling my stuff. So, well, you know, we could go in partnership and do something for charity as well as for your own personal benefit from it as well. So let's talk about that online, and you continue to do well, and God bless you, and I'll tell Carlos I saw you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that.
Hi, good morning. Hi, Lyndon. Just want to say congratulations to you. Great presentation this morning, and want to encourage you. There are going to be many more twists and turns along your entrepreneurial journey. But just like you said, persistence is the key. So just continue to push forward and you'll do well.
Thank you.
Thank you all. And before I invite Rotarian Bob to give the vote of thanks. I too would like to congratulate you, Lyndon, and to say to you to continue to persevere towards the goal. Do not give up. Be always encouraged. All right, and now I will invite Rotarian Bob to bring the vote of thanks.
Good morning. I just want to say thank you on behalf of the Rotary Club of Nassau, the Breakfast Club, because of the passion which you provided us, your insights today. We certainly see with today's environment that entrepreneurship and being able to think about, you know, having a business and a business model for yourself as opposed to working for somebody is a very important skill. And I think the experiences of young folks like yourself is very instructive and can provide a model for others to follow. I think as we try to come out of this COVID-19, and not just in the Bahamas, but also across the world, entrepreneurship is a skill set which we really need to work on developing. And I think if we can use models such as yourself, that would be certainly beneficial to everyone. So again, thank you for joining us so early in the morning, and we wish you all the best in your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Rotarian Bob. We'll have the raffle by Secretary Donnet.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Hope you all got your tickets in because we're about to draw this raffle.
Donna, you should have me down for $20.
Cresswell?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't get that. Okay, I'll add you.
I've already started to use that phone, as a matter of fact.
All right, let me
Hey,
shuffle.
Donna, the same for me.
Who is that?
Tanya.
And the same for me, it's Karen.
1 or 2?
20. Both Karen and I.
Well, you can't leave Dino out. You better double Dino too, because I can't let Cresswell win this phone in front of me, right?
Man,
put me down for 2-2 on that.
Who's that?
Partner in crime.
But you can tell all the creepers want buying a phone, boy.
Partner in crime, give me $10. I haven't taxed you for a little while. Please put in $10. I don't know what I'm finding you for, but
Did I miss anyone?
Since your sidekick, okay?
Tanya.
Lavelle.
All right,
Did you get me one?
You're breaking up, Father.
I'm breaking up. Just put in $10. Sorry, $20. Did you hear me now?
That's about the fee. You're $20.
Yes.
For Lavelle.
Okay.
20 for Karen, 20 for Tanya.
All right, so let me shuffle. That's it. Any more, please? I can't look in the chat, so just tell me.
Good morning, Rotoractor Robin. I requested $10.
Okay.
Add me for 10 too, please. Good morning, Tunisia.
Boy, this is really interesting to see these creepers. Please, Donna, make sure send me a copy of that list of everybody who applied for this phone.
All right, let me shuffle this a few more times. Shuffle, shuffle. All right. Do you feel like a winner?
Those names on the wheel too small now.
Yeah, because there's plenty people. Trust me, you will see. All right, so we're gonna go for it. I'm sorry?
I just hope the gift is delivered.
Yes, I have the voucher, and you go to a live, and I just want to say that this raffle prize was donated by Alive, and don't be worried if you didn't win this week. Next week, be right back. We'll have an iPhone for the raffle. Yes. This week it's a Samsung Galaxy S10 and the Lite, and it's a beautiful phone. Takes beautiful pictures. If you already have a phone, nothing wrong with having a second one. You can take your lovely pictures. Especially if you have an iPhone, you're gonna want this, and then you'll realize that the Samsung is actually a better phone. All right, so let's go.
I agree.
I'm sorry?
I was agreeing with you that Samsung is the better phone.
Oh yes, the pictures especially, because I mean, talk is talk, but you want a good phone to take. I'm sure you're taking those lovely baby pictures with a Samsung. All right, so here we go. Good luck, everyone.
All right, come to Papa.
And the winner is Devard Thompson.
Yay!
Oh,
yes!
wow.
I was so close.
Congratulations.
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 Devard, if you don't try and sell that to me at a deep discount, I'll be letting the wife know that you entered your name into our extra phone raffle.
And won.
Congratulations, Devard.
Congratulations. Well done.
Congrats.
Okay, that's it. President Francis, back to
Now
you.
we'll ask Past President Bill to bring the four-way test, please.
Okay. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth?
Is it the truth?
Is it fair to all concerned?
Is it fair to all concerned?
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
Will it
Build good and better friendships?
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Will it
be beneficial to all concerned?
And the final toast, Rotarian Melanie Halkitas, please.
Good morning, fellow Rotarians and guests. Would you raise your mugs or glasses to Rotary around the world?
Rotary around the world. Thank you all for coming and spending time with us this morning. We have a few more minutes, so Father P, perhaps you'd like to take the floor and entertain us.
Take the floor.
Yes.
We need
for
some more
another
money.
5 minutes.
We need some more money. Now, who on the phone should put in an extra $5? Ain't gone yet. You get a what? That's valued about what? I know, a couple $100.
A few $100.
Yeah, you did so well. You should put in at least $10 for that. Just as an act of humble gratitude to the God who snatched it out of my hands and put it into yours. Yeah, all right, Devad. You laughing? I do laughing.
Yeah.
Like
I think he's laughing at us, not with us.
I know. Anyway, just put in that extra $10.
To see that all of us made that extra effort and put in an additional $10 and
You see what
still
I'm
did
saying?
not win that phone.
Well, everybody can't win. So.
Of course not.
And since you did, you got paid to play and you pay to win. Even when you finish winning. Dino.
Yes, Father P.
Oh well. How you doing, man?
Humbled, Father P. Humbled. Be nice
don't
to
lie.
me.
Don't lie now. Let's get at it. But anyway.
Father P, any fish? Any stew fish? How's he now with his kids?
Actually, I going to get a couple bonefish. I'm going to pick up something from the boat this morning. But I fried it. The fellow who usually fries it for me, he gone away. So I don't know what I can do. So I see what I could do.
Eat yours one day before you call me, okay?
Yeah, okay. All right, but this woman overheard her husband saying, "I love you so much. I don't know how I could live without you." So she only overheard that. And she said, "Is that the liquor talking or that's you talking?" He said, "Honey, that's me talking to the liquor. I love you so much. I don't know how I could do without you."
You need to pay some fines.
Wise man.
Wise man.
Father P, put another $10 in the plate, please.
Man, y'all got me broke. I get grandchildren to mine now, you know. Anyway.
We'll take another one.
Sergeant's supposed to be exempt from fines.
Oh man, we gotta find the sergeant too, you know. Sometimes the sergeant is late.
Felix answer that for us.
Yeah. Okay.
I just wanted to say something about my company. I run a drink testing company, so y'all could send samples of whatever drinks y'all want to sell, and I'll test it out for y'all. 2 gallons minimum per test, all right? And that's free of charge.
Would you kindly introduce yourself?
Oh, my
The
name
bad boy.
is my name.
Welcome, PP Kim. Welcome, Rotarian Ingrid.
I'll even come pick it up, you know, and
test it and tell you if it tastes good, and you know, ready for marketing.
All these
Right?
people are
And that's
showing
free
up
of
late.
charge. That's the service I was running it a lot around COVID, but a lot of people just wasn't, you know, getting to me fast enough, especially when I was low on water and drinking food in the house.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, interesting,
So
Lavelle, very interesting.
we will remember that. All those people who came in late, madam, can you determine that so we could levy some fines?
Is it Donald Trump or is it going to be Joe Biden? And look at the administration. We cannot just look at the president. We have to look at his administration. We have to look at the minions that are coming up, you know, that think that this, you know, I call Donald Trump.
I'll review the video, Father P, and see if I can figure that out.
Oh yeah, okay. A little difficult, but it's worth it.
Yes.
It's Willie Geist. You're all but assured to be elected after your upsetting in the primary 2 months ago of a 10-term incumbent.
Okay. Great.
And Lavelle, how you doing, man? You still you had a little accident with the bush?
A lot of people like you in Washington out there.
I saw from the chat that you had some little itch. You got poisoned with poison wood or something. Monkey
That's a
town.
long one.
But